Did you know about Chad's vibrant Ngunu festival? This lively celebration takes place annually during harvest time, bringing the Gumbai community together to honor their ancestors and express gratitude for a bountiful harvest. Imagine witnessing colorful traditional dances with performers adorned in the stunning costumes that reflect the rich culture and history of the region. As the rhythmic beats of djembe drums fill the air, you can feel the energy of the crowd as they join in the festivities. Ancestral flames flicker throughout the event, symbolizing the connection between the living and those who came before. Music and song are woven into the fabric of the festival, with generations sharing stories and songs that echo the spirit of the community. This event is not just about celebration. It's a vital way for the Gumbai people to teach the younger generations about their rich cultural heritage, while fostering a strong sense of community. The Nunu festival is truly a feast for the senses and a beautiful testament to the resilience and vibrant spirit of Chad's people. Ever heard why Venice gondolas are all black? It's a bit of a visual rule set by the city centuries ago. Picture the enchanting canals of Venice, where sleek gondolas glide gracefully along the water. Now here's the twist. Nearly all of these iconic boats are required to be painted black, and it all started back in the 16th century. The reason? Authorities wanted to create a sense of elegance while avoiding any gaudy displays of wealth among gondoliers. They saw that the colorful gondolas of the time were turning into a sort of competition, each trying to outshine the other. The black paint became a way to level the playing field so everyone could enjoy the canals without the distractions of flashy colors. Interestingly, gondolas that belong to high-ranking officials are the exception to this rule. They can be adorned with bright hues and fancy decorations. So when you wander through Venice and see those shiny black gondolas, remember that there's more to the story than just their stylish looks. Who would have thought that dragonflies are sky ninjas? These ancient insects are among the most skilled aerial hunters on Earth. With 4 wings that move independently, dragonflies can hover in place, pivot mid-air, and dart in any direction with precision. Their massive compound eyes provide nearly 360-degree vision, allowing them to track prey and dodge predators in a fraction of a second. They don't just chase prey, they intercept it mid-flight, calculating trajectory like a missile system. Their success rate? A mind-blowing 95%. In wind tunnel experiments, dragonflies were shown to anticipate the movements of their targets, adjusting their flight path accordingly. Their speed tops 60 km/h, and their role in controlling pests like mosquitoes makes them not only amazing hunters, but crucial allies to human health. Surprising truth about bottled water revealed. It might blow your mind to know that many popular bottled water brands are simply filling their bottles with water straight from your local tap. Yes, that's right. Instead of untouched springs, these brands often source their water from public water systems, which means it can contain all the same minerals and additives, like fluoride, that your tap water does. So why pay a hefty price for something that comes from the same place as your kitchen sink? On average, bottled water can cost hundreds of times more than tap water, leading consumers to wonder if they're really getting anything special. The bottled water industry often markets these products by claiming they are purer or healthier, but in many cases, it's just filtered water, and sometimes even with less stringent safety standards than public water supplies. So next time you're reaching for a bottle, consider filling a reusable one from the tap instead. You'll save money and reduce plastic waste, all while enjoying water that's just as safe and refreshing. Can you believe hermit crabs run housing chains? Hermit crabs don't grow their own shells. They borrow them from dead snails. But as they grow, they need to upgrade. That's when the magic happens. A hermit crab in search of a bigger shell triggers a social chain reaction. Other crabs gather, each waiting for the right size vacancy. When the first crab finds a new shell and moves in, the next smallest one quickly grabs the vacated home, and so on down the line. This synchronized shell swap may involve dozens of participants. It's efficient, peaceful, and incredibly organized. Despite being solitary by nature, hermit crabs exhibit a surprisingly social behavior when it comes to real estate, a lesson in community resource sharing without any fuss. You might be shocked to learn that floods are rising. The frequency of devastating floods along the Mississippi River is on the rise, raising alarms for farmers, businesses, and city planners alike. Each year, heavy rainfall and melting snow push water levels higher, threatening to overflow the banks and inundate surrounding areas. These floods can lead to catastrophic damage, wiping out crops that farmers depend on for their livelihood and disrupting local businesses that rely on a stable environment. Imagine losing your harvest season after season due to flooding. It's a nightmare for many. In addition, cities are facing the daunting task of extensive repairs to roads and infrastructure after each flood, placing a financial burden on taxpayers. Experts warn that if this trend continues, we might see annual floods becoming the new normal, making it critical to find solutions now. How will communities adapt to these challenges? And what measures can be taken to protect lives and livelihoods in the face of this growing threat? Believe it or not, frogfish don't bite their food. These amazing creatures, also called toadfish or pelican fish, have a feeding method that's quite different from most fish. Instead of having sharp teeth to tear at their meals, frogfish rely on a fascinating technique that utilizes rapid suction. When they spot their prey, whether it's a small fish or shrimp, they open their wide mouths very quickly. This sudden gulp creates a powerful vacuum that pulls the unsuspecting victim in and down into their throat in the blink of an eye. What's even more impressive is how incredibly fast this suction action happens. It's so speedy that the prey barely has time to react or escape. Imagine a creature that can devour its meal in an instant without needing to chew. Frogfish are often found camouflaged on the ocean floor, blending in with their surroundings. And when the time is right, they strike with their unique feeding style. This unusual method makes them fascinating examples of nature's creativity in adapting for survival. Ever heard of the fascinating Grenadier fish? These remarkable creatures are not just your average fish swimming around. They're a key player in the deep-sea ecosystem. Grenadiers, also known as macrorids, are bottom dwellers that thrive in the darkest parts of the ocean, often found at incredible depths of up to 6 kilometers. Can you imagine how it feels to live in such pitch-black water? These fish make up about 15% of the entire deep-sea population, showcasing how vital they are for maintaining the balance down there. With their elongated bodies and large eyes, Grenadiers are perfectly adapted to survive where light doesn't penetrate and where the pressure is immense. They primarily feast on smaller fish and crustaceans, playing an essential role in the food web. As they glide gracefully along the ocean floor, these fascinating fish help recycle nutrients in the deep sea, proving that even the most secluded parts of our planet are teeming with life and complexity. So next time you think of the ocean, remember there's a hidden world beneath the waves, vibrant and full of surprises. Is it really true that whales have their own songs? Absolutely. Humpback whales are not just massive creatures swimming in the ocean, they're also talented singers. Each male humpback has a unique song that it performs during breeding season, and these tunes can actually evolve over time. Imagine a community of musicians all inspired by one another. In a given region, the males often share similar melodies, creating a kind of musical tradition. As time goes on, these songs can change, adopting new themes and notes while dropping others, much like popular music trends. Scientists believe that this happens because whales interact with each other, learning from one another's melodies. The result is a dynamic song that might sound totally different from one year to the next. Researchers have been documenting these songs for decades, and every new chorus can reveal exciting clues about whale behavior and communication patterns. So next time you think of whales, remember, they're not just swimming under the waves. They're also composing the ocean's symphony. Hard to believe, but a hard drive weighed 500 pounds. Back in 1980, IBM changed the game in data storage by unveiling the first 1 gigabyte hard drive, a massive piece of technology that tipped the scales at a staggering 500 pounds. Imagine trying to lift that beast. While it seems almost laughable today, this enormous machine came with a hefty price tag of $40,000. Just think about how that compares to your smartphone or even a flash drive today, which can hold hundreds of gigabytes and fit in your pocket. This invention wasn't just about size and cost, it represented a crucial leap forward in how we store and access information. At that time, the tech world was on the verge of a storage revolution, and this hard drive was a stepping stone that would eventually lead us to the sleek, powerful devices we're so accustomed to now. So next time you upload a photo or download a movie, remember that it all started with a gigantic 500-pound hard drive that was the size of a refrigerator. Did you know the US leads in museums? With around 35,000 museums spread across the country, the United States proudly holds the title of the nation with the most museums in the world. These museums showcase a dazzling array of subjects, delighting visitors with everything from fine art and historical artifacts to pop culture phenomena and niche interests. You can explore renowned institutions like the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C., home to countless exhibits, or discover quirky places that focus on everything from cereal to ventriloquism. Each museum offers unique insights into different cultures, events, and ideas, making learning engaging and fun for all ages. Whether you're an art enthusiast, a history buff, or just curious, there's a museum waiting for you to explore. The wide variety of topics and experiences serves to educate and inspire, transforming ordinary visits into extraordinary adventures. So why not grab your friends or family and take a trip to a local museum? You never know what fascinating stories you might uncover. Here's a wild fact about a frozen giant. The Cherrig Bolton boulder is a jaw-dropping natural wonder, nestled within a mountain crevasse on Norway's stunning Cherrig Mountain. Imagine this massive rock, over 3,000 feet in the air, and wedged tightly between two towering cliffs. It's not just a random boulder. It tells a story that stretches back to the last ice age. As glaciers melted and retreated, they left behind this gigantic stone in its precarious position, creating a breathtaking sight for anyone adventurous enough to visit. The boulder has become a hot spot for thrill seekers, especially base jumpers who take the leap from its heights, soaring off into the vastness below. Besides the adrenaline rush, it's also a perfect backdrop for striking photos, attracting tourists and photographers from around the globe. So if you ever find yourself in Norway, the Cherrig Bolton boulder is a must-see that combines natural beauty with a touch of history, adventure, and of course, some exhilarating views. This might surprise you, the Slinkys' amazing origins. During World War II, an unexpected twist of fate led to one of the most beloved toys of all time, the Slinky. Navy engineer Richard James was working on a project involving springs when he accidentally dropped one of his creations. To his amazement, instead of rolling away, it righted itself and landed upright. That little mishap sparked a moment of inspiration. James realized that with a little tweaking, his lively metal spring could be turned into a playful toy. In 1945, he and his wife, Betty, introduced the Slinky to the world. The simple yet captivating design, with its ability to walk downstairs in a delightful motion, quickly caught on. Kids and adults alike were fascinated. Not only did it become a staple in American households, but the Slinky also appeared in countless commercials and films, solidifying its place in popular culture. Today, this twisty wonder continues to charm generations, reminding us how wonderful ideas can spring from unexpected moments. Who knew that a dropped spring could lead to so much joy? What's so special about Angola's borders and coastline? Angola is a captivating country in southern Africa with a unique geographic setup that makes it an interesting place to explore. Most people don't realize that it shares borders with three countries: Namibia to the south, the Republic of Congo to the north, and Zambia to the east. This positioning creates a diverse cultural mix and a dynamic flow of trade in the region. But that's not all. To the west, Angola opens up to the stunning Atlantic Ocean, offering breathtaking coastal views and beautiful beaches that beckon tourists and locals alike. The coastline isn't just picturesque, it also plays a vital role in maritime trade, making Angola an important hub for shipping routes. This mix of borders and ocean access contributes to the country's rich natural resources, including oil and minerals, which are crucial for its economy. The interplay of land and sea offers both challenges and opportunities for Angola, shaping its identity and future. So whether you're into history, geography, or just love a good view, Angola's unique borders and coastline have something to catch your eye. Guess what really drives the Mississippi River's droughts? In recent times, the majestic Mississippi River has faced serious challenges, particularly with drought conditions affecting its flow. Since July 2024, water levels in the lower parts of this vital waterway have plummeted to 8 feet below their historic average. Such drastic changes can have significant consequences, not only for wildlife that depends on the river's ecosystem, but also for the communities that rely on it for transportation and irrigation. Lower water levels can hinder shipping routes, making it harder and more expensive to transport goods like grain and coal. Additionally, as the river shrinks, it reveals banks that can contribute to erosion and impact the local wildlife habitat. Climate change plays a prominent role in these conditions, intensifying weather patterns that lead to prolonged dryness in some areas, while potentially increasing precipitation in others. Understanding the interplay between climate, ecology, and human activities is crucial as we seek solutions to protect this iconic river. How can we work together to ensure the Mississippi thrives again? Hard to believe, but Yosemite is a natural wonder. This iconic park showcases stunning granite walls, serene alpine lakes, towering waterfalls, and diverse hiking trails that attract millions of visitors each year. The majestic cliffs of El Capitan and Half Dome are world-renowned among rock climbers, drawing adventurers eager to test their skills against these sheer granite faces. The park's waterfalls, like the famous Yosemite Falls, cascade beautifully during snowmelt, creating a mesmerizing view that captivates photographers and nature lovers alike. Hiking here is a delight, with trails ranging from easy walks to challenging climbs, allowing everyone to experience its natural beauty. The rich biodiversity also makes Yosemite special, as it's home to deep forests and unique wildlife, including black bears and rare birds. Whether you're camping under the stars or simply enjoying a picnic by a lake, Yosemite offers something magical. Have we whetted your appetite for adventure in this stunning landscape? Could a cuckoo really deceive other birds? The cuckoo is a master manipulator of the avian world. Rather than build its own nest, it lays eggs in those of other bird species, a behavior known as brood parasitism. But this isn't a haphazard trick. The female cuckoo carefully selects a host whose eggs resemble her own, often mimicking the color, size, and speckle patterns with near-perfect accuracy. Once laid, the cuckoo chick usually hatches first and instinctively pushes the host's eggs or chicks out of the nest. The unsuspecting foster parents, driven by instinct, feed the fast-growing imposter without recognizing the deception. This frees the cuckoo from parental duties, allowing it to invest energy in laying more eggs across multiple nests. It's a strategy that requires cunning, precision, and evolutionary finesse. Proof that survival isn't always about brute strength, but sometimes about outsmarting your neighbors. Turns out the truth is that Indy 500 thrills millions. This legendary race, held annually at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, is a crown jewel in the world of motorsports. Known as the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500 draws over 300,000 fans to the track each Memorial Day weekend. It isn't just about speed. The race is steeped in tradition, starting with the famous driving the pace car and the iconic "Gentlemen, start your engines." The 500-mile race features some of the best drivers from around the globe, competing not just for a trophy, but for a spot in motorsport history. The excitement is palpable as cars zoom around the track at terrifying speeds, with the roar of the engines echoing throughout the stands. Fans also enjoy a unique atmosphere, with festivities and tailgating that add to the thrill. From speedway legends like AJ Foyt to modern stars like Helio Castroneves, the Indy 500 has produced unforgettable moments for fans and drivers alike. Would you dare to feel that rush in person? Ever thought about why Christmas feels so magical? Volunteers play a crucial role in making the holiday season special for children, ensuring that every kid gets a personalized reply to their letters. With countless letters arriving from children around the world, these dedicated individuals bring the spirit of Christmas to life. Each response is crafted with care, aiming to make every child feel valued and cherished. This year, organizations like the North Pole Workshop and other local charities have gathered volunteers who are passionate about preserving this tradition. They carefully read each letter, often adorned with drawings and wishes, and respond with warmth, encouragement, and sometimes even a simple toy suggestion. This personal touch helps to spark joy and maintain the wonder of Christmas, reminding children that their dreams matter. By dedicating their time, volunteers create a connection that goes beyond just letters. They build a sense of community and create memories that last a lifetime. Isn't it heartwarming to know that so many people are committed to spreading happiness during this joyful season? Did you know that the giant anteater feeds with a tongue up to 2 feet long? With no teeth and a jaw that barely opens, the giant anteater seems ill-equipped for hunting. But evolution has equipped it with one of nature's most extraordinary feeding tools: a sticky, whip-like tongue up to 60 centimeters long. Covered in backward-facing spines and saliva as thick as glue, this tongue darts in and out of termite mounds and ant nests up to 140 times per minute, slurping up to 30,000 insects in a single sitting. Its powerful claws rip through hardened nest walls, while its elongated skull and specialized muscles propel the tongue with lightning speed. Unlike most mammals, its digestion begins externally. Enzymes break down prey in the stomach, with the anteater's strong acids dissolving tough insect exoskeletons. It's a bizarre but brilliant system. No chewing, no biting, just pure suction efficiency in the fight against the ant colonies. Ever heard of the man who changed music forever? Bob Marley is a name that rings a bell for music lovers and casual listeners alike. Hailing from Jamaica, Marley took reggae from local clubs and beaches into homes across the globe. His catchy rhythms, meaningful lyrics, and distinctive voice brought people's attention to a form of music that celebrated life, love, and the struggles of the oppressed. But Marley was more than just an incredible musician. He was also a powerful voice for social change. As a dedicated proponent of the Rastafarian movement, he passionately advocated for peace, unity, and social justice, using his platform to speak out against inequality. Songs like One Love and Get Up, Stand Up have not only become anthems of hope, but have also inspired countless people to fight for their rights. Through his music, Marley communicated messages that transcended borders and touched hearts all over the world. Even decades after his passing in 1981, his legacy lives on, reminding us of the power of music to inspire change and bring people together. Ever wondered about the thrill of cliff diving? Gordons Bay in Cape Town, South Africa, is not just a picturesque coastal spot, it's a haven for adventure lovers. Nestled among stunning cliffs, this calm bay offers an idyllic scene, but it's the cliffs themselves that really get the adrenaline pumping. Thrill seekers flock to these rocky outcrops, using them as natural diving platforms to leap into the inviting waters below. Each jump is not just a plunge, but a rush of excitement as divers soar through the air before hitting the waves. The higher the leap, the more heart-pounding the experience, attracting both locals and tourists looking to add a bit of adventure to their beach day. Safety is key, though. Divers always check the water depth and conditions before making the leap. Whether you're an experienced diver or just an onlooker, the sight of these daring jumps is sure to raise your heart rate. So next time you're in Cape Town, keep an eye on the cliffs of Gordons Bay. You might just be inspired to take the plunge yourself. Surprisingly, fireflies put on a nightly fireworks display. As dusk falls, forests and meadows transform into twinkling theaters, where fireflies orchestrate luminous performances. This glow is not magic. It's bioluminescence powered by luciferin, an enzyme called luciferase, and oxygen. The result is a chemical reaction that emits light with nearly 100% energy efficiency. No heat, just cold illumination. Each firefly species has its own flashing code, a precise rhythm used to attract mates or warn predators. In some tropical areas, thousands of males synchronize their flashes in perfect unison, forming glowing waves across treetops. Females respond to specific timing cues, selecting their mate based on the clarity and rhythm of his light show. Scientists study this phenomenon to create sustainable light sources and biosensors for detecting disease. In the tiny body of a firefly lies a secret to both natural beauty and cutting-edge technology. Why do giraffes have coat patterns as unique as snowflakes? Each giraffe's coat is as distinctive as a fingerprint. No two individuals share the same pattern of spots. These spots vary in size, shape, and distribution, and are so specific that scientists use pattern recognition software to track individuals in the wild. But beyond identification, giraffe spots serve vital biological functions. Under each patch lies a dense web of blood vessels that act like thermal windows, helping the animal release heat in the intense African sun and retain it during cool nights. The patterns also provide camouflage among sun-dappled savanna foliage, breaking up their silhouette from the view of predators like lions. Genetic studies reveal that these coat patterns aren't random. They're inherited, with each population adapting spot formations based on climate and habitat. Giraffes literally wear their evolution on their sleeves, or rather across every inch of their tall, spotted bodies. Ever wonder where the word zombie comes from? The term zombie likely traces its roots back to the Congo word nzambi, which means the spirit of a dead person. It's fascinating how a term can evolve over time and culture. In many Western movies and TV shows, we picture zombies as brain-hungry monsters. But in Haitian culture, the concept is quite different. Here, a zombie can symbolize someone who is socially ostracized, facing exclusion rather than mindless hunger. This unique interpretation stems from the rich history and folklore surrounding Haitian voodoo, where it's believed that certain people can be brought back to life not as themselves, but as beings under someone else's control, often symbolizing the loss of identity and freedom. So the next time you hear zombie, think beyond the scary movies and consider this powerful cultural meaning. The word carries a weight that taps into fear, loss, and the complexities of life and death, reminding us of the rich tapestry of language and belief that shapes our understanding of the world. Could pangolins really roll into invulnerable battle balls? Pangolins, the only mammals entirely armored in keratin scales, have developed one of the most effective natural defense systems. When threatened, they instantly curl into a tight ball, exposing only their razor-sharp plates. These overlapping scales, made of the same protein as human fingernails, are tough, flexible, and can deflect bites from lions and leopards. Even mothers protect their young by rolling around them, forming a living shield. Their defense is so effective, predators often give up. Unfortunately, their invincibility against nature has made them vulnerable to humans. Their scales are falsely believed to have medicinal properties, making them one of the most trafficked animals in the world. Conservationists are racing to protect these secretive creatures, whose silent strength and prehistoric armor make them true marvels of mammalian evolution. Imagine for a moment that the narwhal's tusk is real. It looks like fantasy, but the narwhal's iconic spiral tusk is no mythical horn. It's a real sensory organ with astonishing function. This 3-meter-long tooth, emerging from the upper left jaw of most males, contains millions of nerve endings and is sensitive enough to detect changes in water temperature, salinity, and pressure. Scientists believe narwhals use it like a sonar antenna, guiding them through the Arctic's icy labyrinths. They've even observed tusking behavior, narwhals rubbing tusks together in what may be a form of communication or dominance display. Some cultures once believed these tusks came from unicorns. Today we know they're instruments of biological elegance and precision. Part weapon, part sensor, part symbol. The narwhal's tusk is one of the most fascinating natural adaptations in the marine world. Ever thought about why Los Angeles County is so huge? With a staggering population of 9.7 million, Los Angeles County stands as the most populous county in the United States, easily outnumbering the populations of 40 different states. This vibrant melting pot of cultures is comparable to entire nations in terms of diversity and sheer numbers. Nestled between Michigan and New Jersey in population rankings, LA County draws people from all walks of life, each searching for their own piece of the American dream. The mix of industries, from entertainment to technology, provides countless opportunities, which is one reason so many flock to the area. The cosmopolitan atmosphere is enriched by neighborhoods that reflect the rich tapestry of its residents, including thriving communities of immigrants, artists, and innovators. Visitors and residents alike can experience a variety of cuisines, arts, and traditions, making LA a uniquely exciting place to live. With its sprawling urban landscape and famous landmarks, such as Hollywood and Griffith Park, it's no wonder that Los Angeles County continues to expand and attract people from around the globe. Have you tasted the magic of Sri Lankan tea? Sri Lanka is not just an island paradise, it's a tea lover's dream. This beautiful country is the world's leading exporter of tea, and when you think of delicious brews, the name Ceylon tea comes to mind immediately. The lush green tea estates tucked away in the hills of Nawara, Elia, Ella, and Kandy are famous for producing some of the finest teas globally, celebrated for their rich flavors and unique aromas. Picture rows of meticulously plucked tea leaves against a backdrop of misty mountains. That's where the magic begins. However, it's interesting to note that while tea is king, coffee has carved out its own niche, especially among the younger crowd in bustling urban areas like Colombo. Cafes overflowing with aromatic coffee now buzz with life as millennials sip on artisanal brews, blending tradition with modern taste. This delightful coexistence of tea and coffee culture showcases Sri Lanka's diverse palate, making it a vibrant spot for both tea aficionados and coffee enthusiasts alike. Did you know that boxfish wear armor like real tanks? Boxfish, members of the family Ostracidae, are nature's aquatic tanks. Instead of flexible skin or scales, they're encased in a rigid, bony exoskeleton made of interlocking hexagonal plates that form a hard, box-like shell. This armor makes them nearly immune to bites and scrapes, especially in rough reef environments. Though their shape limits speed, it adds incredible stability, allowing them to make precise, slow maneuvers through coral. Some species even excrete a milky, toxic mucus when stressed, deterring predators with both chemical and visual warnings. Bright patterns on their bodies serve as aposematic signals, further discouraging attacks. Engineers study boxfish for their biomechanics, using their body shape to inspire designs in automobile and underwater robotics. In the evolutionary trade-off between speed and safety, the boxfish proves that armored resilience can sometimes be the winning strategy. Surprisingly, the shoebill looks like a living dinosaur. With its hulking frame, steely gaze, and enormous shoe-shaped bill, the shoebill stork, Bioluminescence rex, is a bird that seems plucked straight from the Jurassic. Found in the swamps of Central Africa, this silent predator can stand over 1.2 meters tall and remain still for hours while hunting. When it strikes, it does so with terrifying precision, snatching fish, frogs, and even baby crocodiles. Its prehistoric appearance is matched by its behavior, slow, deliberate, and intense. The giant beak crushes prey with a snap as loud as a rifle crack. Despite its imposing look, the shoebill is shy and solitary, nesting deep in remote wetlands that are increasingly endangered by human activity. Conservationists now race to preserve both the habitats and the mystery of one of the world's most dinosaur-like birds. Ever hear of the art of 8 limbs? Muay Thai is an incredible martial art that hails from Thailand, and it's famous for being both a brutal sport and a graceful art form. So what makes it tick? The name itself gives a hint. Muay Thai uses 8 points of contact, which means fighters use their fists, elbows, knees, and shins to attack and defend. This unique approach creates a dynamic and fluid style that sets it apart from other martial arts. Imagine a dance, but instead of just moving gracefully, the dancers are also striking with precision and power. Beyond the physical aspect, Muay Thai is about mental strength and discipline. Practitioners often speak of a deep connection between body and mind, achieved through rigorous training and a focus on respect and honor. Whether it's for fitness, self-defense, or competition, Muay Thai empowers individuals to push their limits and embrace resilience. So the next time you catch a match or think about trying a new sport, consider the fascinating world of Muay Thai. It's a journey that sharpens both body and spirit. Hard to believe, but France has a homeless crisis. Despite its glamorous image of fashion, fine dining, and exquisite art, France has been grappling with significant social challenges, particularly homelessness. With over 330,000 individuals currently without a home, it leads the European Union in this critical issue, marking a staggering 130% increase since 2022. The situation reflects a growing wealth gap, where the richest 10% of the population holds nearly 50% of the nation's wealth, while the poorest 10% cling to a mere 2%. This divide starkly contrasts the bustling life of major cities like Paris and Lyon, where luxury and economic opportunity abound, with the realities of rural areas that often lack basic services and viable job prospects. Many people face not just a lack of housing, but also limited access to education and healthcare, making it tough to break free from the cycle of poverty. As the country's allure and elegance mask these pressing issues, it begs the question, how can such a beautiful nation address these inequalities and support its most vulnerable citizens? You might be surprised by Scotland's national animal. It's the unicorn, a mythical creature that captures the imagination and embodies the spirit of the country. While most might expect a more conventional choice like the lion or the eagle, the unicorn represents purity, innocence, and power, making it a fitting symbol for Scotland's unique national identity. The connection to the unicorn dates back to the 15th century when it first appeared on the royal coat of arms. Interestingly, the unicorn is often depicted in Scottish lore as a fierce and untamed creature, a symbol of strength against oppression. Over the years, it has woven its way into Scotland's cultural tapestry, appearing in everything from art and literature to modern-day festivals celebrating Scottish heritage. The unicorn also plays a role in Celtic mythology, further enriching its significance as a symbol of magic and wonder. So next time you think of Scotland, remember it's not just bagpipes and kilts. There's a legendary creature standing proud as the national emblem. Hard to believe, but Jupiter's gravity is stunningly strong. Imagine standing on the surface of Jupiter, where the pull of gravity is about 2.5 times stronger than what we feel here on Earth. This means that if you weigh 100 pounds on our planet, you would feel like you weigh 250 pounds there. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and its massive size means it has a powerful gravitational field that can influence everything from the orbits of its own moons to the paths of nearby asteroids. This immense gravity is what keeps Jupiter's thick atmosphere intact, filled with swirling clouds and vibrant storms, including the famous Great Red Spot, a massive storm that has raged for centuries. However, that same gravity would make it nearly impossible for us to stand or move about comfortably on Jupiter's surface. The crushing pressure and extreme conditions would be unlivable for humans as well. In fact, you wouldn't even find a solid surface to stand on, just a dense layer of gas that grows heavier the deeper you go. So, while Jupiter's gravity is a fascinating feature of this giant planet, it reminds us just how different and extreme our solar system can be. Get ready for a wild insect surprise. Did you know that the world's largest insect colony is not some hidden underground maze, but a single fig tree in Brazil? This remarkable tree hosts over 20 million ants, creating a bustling metropolis of tiny workers. These ants work together in perfect harmony, showcasing an incredible example of cooperation in the animal kingdom. Within the sprawling branches and lush leaves of the fig tree, they build intricate tunnels and establish nests, all while tending to their queen and raising young ants. The fig tree provides them with shelter and food, forming a unique relationship known as mutualism, where both species benefit. As these ants scurry about, they also play an important role in the ecosystem by aiding in pollination and decomposition, helping to maintain the health of their environment. Imagine the hustle and bustle of millions of tiny creatures living together, demonstrating teamwork and survival tactics that have evolved over millions of years. It's a fascinating glimpse into nature's creativity and the intricate connections that sustain life on our planet. Can you believe your keyboard is biased? It turns out that when you're typing on a QWERTY keyboard, your left hand does about 56% of the work. This happens because the most commonly used letters, like A, S, D, F, and more, are mostly on the left side. So if you think typing is a breeze, your left hand might disagree. Now you might wonder if there's a fairer option, and that's where the Dvorak keyboard comes in. Designed in the 1930s, the Dvorak layout aims to balance the load between both hands more evenly. It places frequently used letters under your strongest fingers, allowing for smoother typing and less finger fatigue. Some studies even suggest that people can type faster and with fewer errors on a Dvorak layout. So if you're a typing enthusiast, it's worth exploring. In a way, our keyboard layout reflects a quirky aspect of human design and efficiency, showing that even the simplest tools can have surprising impacts on how we work and interact with our world. You won't believe this about The Lion King. Disney's beloved animated classic is not just a tale of talking animals and epic musical numbers. It draws inspiration from one of the greatest literary works ever written, Shakespeare's Hamlet. Just like Hamlet, The Lion King features a young prince named Simba who faces a heartbreaking journey filled with betrayal and revenge. In the story, Simba's uncle Scar commits a shocking act by killing his father, King Mufasa, to seize the throne for himself. This dark twist mirrors the tragic elements of Hamlet, where the young prince seeks to avenge his father's murder at the hands of his own uncle. Both Simba and Hamlet grapple with loss, identity, and the heavy burden of leadership, making their stories deeply resonant across generations. While The Lion King is filled with vibrant colors and catchy songs, its roots in Shakespeare's dramatic themes remind us that even the most animated tales can hold profound truths about family, loyalty, and the quest for justice. Isn't it incredible how classic literature can shape modern storytelling? Sometimes it seems unbelievable, but the cheetah is nature's built-in racing car. From 0 to 97 km/h in just 3 seconds, cheetahs are the ultimate sprinters. Every part of their anatomy is built for speed. A lightweight frame, ultra-flexible spine that acts like a coiled spring, long limbs with powerful muscles, and semi-retractable claws for traction. Enlarged nostrils, lungs, and adrenal systems ensure maximum oxygen delivery during the chase. But this speed comes at a cost. Cheetahs can only sustain full sprints for about 20-30 seconds before their muscles overheat. That brief window is usually all they need to catch a gazelle with pinpoint turning agility, aided by a long tail that acts as a rudder. After the chase, they pant heavily and rest for up to an hour. Built like a race car with the reflexes of a gymnast, the cheetah is evolution's tribute to high-performance hunting. Believe it or not, the immortal jellyfish cheats death. The tiny jellyfish, Turritopsis dohrnii, has baffled scientists with its near-magical ability to reverse its own aging. After reaching adulthood, it can revert its cells to a juvenile state and start life anew, effectively cycling between maturity and youth indefinitely, unless it's eaten or otherwise fatally injured. This process, known as transdifferentiation, allows specialized cells to become stem-like and then respecialize, rebuilding the body from the inside out. It's not just a parlor trick of the sea, it's a biological mystery with implications for regenerative medicine and the science of longevity. The jellyfish's cycle of immortality reveals the astounding potential of cellular flexibility and reminds us that nature has already cracked secrets that science is only beginning to understand. You won't believe how pink is made. The color pink, often associated with sweetness and playfulness, doesn't have its own specific wavelength of light. Instead, our brains cleverly mix the wavelengths of red and violet light, creating this vibrant hue as an optical illusion. When we see red and blue light together, our brain interprets this blend and assigns it the color pink. This fascinating process is a great example of how our perception of color is influenced by the interplay of different wavelengths, rather than a straightforward reflection of reality. It's not just about what we see, it's about how our brains process and interpret those signals. This is also why colors can sometimes appear differently depending on the lighting or surrounding colors. In everyday life, pink pops up everywhere, from cotton candy to sunsets, leaving us to wonder about the science hiding behind our favorite shades. So next time you spot a lovely pink flower or a cozy pink sweater, remember there's a whole world of light mixing happening in our brains to create that delightful color. Did you know pets have preferences too? Just like humans, our beloved cats and dogs can be left-handed or right-handed. This fun fact might surprise you, but it all comes down to their brain structure and how they use their paws. Researchers have found that many animals tend to favor one side when performing tasks, like reaching for food or playing with toys. In dogs, this is often measured by which paw they use first when stepping forward or interacting with objects. Studies have shown that about half of our furry friends lean towards right paw dominance, while others show a sign of left paw preference. Cats, on the other hand, can also be lefties or righties, with some studies suggesting that their preference might be linked to their personality traits. Does your kitty knock over objects more often with their right paw? Or does your pup always bring the ball back using their left? These preferences can tell us a lot about their unique personalities. So the next time you're playing with your pet, pay attention. They might just reveal their handedness, making them all the more interesting. This might sound crazy, but the mantis shrimp punches harder than a bullet. The mantis shrimp may look like a colorful reef dweller, but it packs one of the most powerful punches in the animal kingdom. Its club-like limb accelerates at 23 meters per second, faster than a .22 caliber bullet, and delivers over 10,000 newtons of force. When it strikes, it not only smashes shells, but also creates cavitation bubbles that collapse with a second explosive hit, producing shock waves, heat, and even light. The limb structure includes a saddle-shaped energy-storing mechanism, which scientists now study to develop resilient materials for body armor and aerospace. Aquarium glass has cracked under its blows. It's not just brute strength, it's precision engineering perfected over millions of years. With explosive power and mind-blowing speed, the mantis shrimp is one of nature's deadliest biomechanical weapons. Guess what really gives the naked mole rat its bizarre superpowers? This wrinkled, nearly hairless rodent isn't just a biological oddity, it's an evolutionary masterpiece. Living in eusocial colonies more typical of insects than mammals, the naked mole rat breaks almost every rule in the book. One queen breeds, the rest serve as workers or soldiers. But the true marvel is hidden in its biology. Naked mole rats are nearly immune to pain, show astonishing resistance to cancer, and can survive up to 18 minutes without oxygen. Their bodies produce unique proteins that block tumor growth and prevent cells from overcrowding, creating a natural cancer shield. Even more shocking, they live up to 10 times longer than other rodents their size and show minimal signs of aging. Scientists around the world are now racing to uncover how this small, strange mammal defies death itself. Buried deep in its tunnels, the naked mole rat may hold answers that could revolutionize human health and longevity. Have you seen a sea glowing like the stars? Off the coast of Vadhu in the Maldives, a mesmerizing natural phenomenon called bioluminescence lights up the ocean like a scene straight out of a fairy tale. When you stroll along the beach at night, you might notice the water sparkling and flickering with a brilliant blue glow. This captivating sight is caused by tiny marine plankton called dinoflagellates, which have the ability to produce light when they're disturbed, like when waves crash or footsteps tread on the sand. It's as if the ocean is filled with stars, creating a stunning spectacle that draws travelers from all around the globe. Scientists believe that this glowing effect is a defense mechanism. When these plankton are threatened, the light serves to distract predators and give the plankton a chance to escape. This enchanting display not only highlights the beauty of nature, but also reminds us of the intricate connections within our ecosystem. So if you ever get a chance to visit Vadhu, make sure to witness this breathtaking dance of lights, where the water seems to hold the mysteries of the night sky. Could this really be possible? Elephants mourning their dead? Elephants don't just live in families. They feel them. When a member of the herd dies, elephants often approach the body, gently touching bones with their trunks, staying for hours or even days. They've been observed revisiting grave sites years later, standing silently and displaying clear signs of grief. In life, elephants express joy through trumpeting and rumbling vibrations, which can travel several kilometers underground. They form friendships, recognize themselves in mirrors, and help sick or injured herd mates. Neuroscientists have discovered brain structures in elephants linked to emotional intelligence and empathy, similar to humans. Their memories are legendary, and so is their capacity for compassion. In a world that often underestimates animal emotion, elephants remind us that deep feeling is not exclusive to our species. It thunders across the savanna, one rumble at a time. Ever thought about why Arctic foxes change their coats twice a year? The Arctic fox isn't just cute, it's one of nature's most perfectly dressed survivalists. In summer, its fur is thin and brownish-gray, blending with rocks and tundra. Come winter, it transforms into a dense, snowy white coat that traps heat and reflects icy light. This fur is so well insulated that Arctic foxes don't start shivering until temperatures drop below 50 degrees Celsius. Even their paws are covered in fur, acting like snow boots that help them grip icy surfaces while conserving heat. The seasonal change doesn't just offer camouflage, it allows the fox to remain active and invisible across vastly different landscapes. While other animals migrate or hibernate, the Arctic fox adapts in place, proving that evolution sometimes sews its most elegant solutions into a single changing coat. Ever wondered why warranties cost so much? It's a puzzling situation that many people face when buying electronics. You step into a store, excited about the latest gadget, and the salesperson offers you an extended warranty. But here's the catch. These warranties often cost about the same as the average repair for that device. This raises a big question. Why pay for a warranty when you could just save that money for repairs if something goes wrong? It turns out many people mistakenly think warranties will save them money in the long run. However, statistics show that the number of people who actually use warranties is quite low. Most devices remain trouble-free during their warranty period, and when they do eventually fail, many issues are often covered by the manufacturer's warranty. So, while warranties can offer peace of mind, it's essential to weigh the cost against the likelihood of needing repair. In many cases, putting that money aside for potential repairs or simply being a bit cautious with your devices might just make more sense. Did you know about the towering wax palms of Colombia? These incredible trees, known as the wax palm, are the tallest in South America and can soar to heights of up to 200 feet. Found mainly in the stunning Cocora Valley, these palms are not just remarkable for their height. They are Colombia's national tree and a true symbol of the country's biodiversity. Imagine standing in a lush green valley surrounded by misty mountains and a sea of slender, towering palms reaching toward the sky. The wax palm thrives in a unique ecosystem that features cool, rainy climates and rich soil, making it a perfect spot for these magnificent giants to flourish. The trees play a crucial role in their environment, providing homes for various bird species and contributing to the local ecosystem's health. Sadly, the wax palm is classified as near threatened due to habitat loss and climate change. Thankfully, conservation efforts are underway to protect these beautiful trees and their habitats, ensuring that future generations can marvel at the breathtaking sight of wax palms dancing in the wind. Can you imagine a frog this big? The bullfrog, hailing from the southeastern United States, isn't your ordinary amphibian. It's actually the largest frog species in North America. These remarkable creatures can reach lengths of up to 25 centimeters, making them quite a sight to behold. With their broad, rounded bodies and powerful legs, bullfrogs are built for both swimming and leaping, perfect for life in ponds, marshes, and lakes. They have a distinctive, deep, croaky call that can often be heard echoing through the wetlands, especially during mating season. This call not only attracts females, but also establishes territory among rival males. Bullfrogs are known for their impressive appetite, munching on insects, small fish, and even other frogs. Their quick reflexes and strong hind legs help them catch prey swiftly. While they are fascinating to observe, bullfrogs play an essential role in their ecosystem, serving as both predator and prey. Understanding and appreciating these large amphibians helps us recognize the intricate balance of nature in our own backyards. Did you know that bats can see with sound? While many creatures rely on vision, bats have mastered a different sense, echolocation, to thrive in complete darkness. They emit high-frequency sound waves, usually beyond human hearing, which bounce off nearby objects. By measuring the time delay and frequency shift of the returning echoes, bats construct a mental map of their surroundings with extraordinary precision. Some species process more than 100 echoes per second, adjusting their wing beats and flight path in real time to track even the tiniest insect midair. Their brains are wired to convert sound into spatial imagery, essentially allowing them to see with their ears. This remarkable adaptation has evolved independently in different bat families, showcasing nature's ingenuity. Throughout history, bats have been wrapped in myth, seen as omens or vampires, but in reality, they are marvels of bioacoustics and a source of inspiration for modern sonar and radar technologies. Here's a wild thought. Where would we all fit? If all 7 billion people on Earth were gathered together into a single round mass, you might imagine a colossal figure towering over cities or rolling across landscapes. In reality, we would form a giant meatball measuring less than a kilometer in diameter. That's just about 2/3 of a mile wide. Picture it, a massive ball of humanity packed tightly, yet it wouldn't even be large enough to fill many sports stadiums. This idea quickly puts things into perspective. Our individual size is so small compared to the vastness of the planet we occupy. It inspires curiosity about our collective weight. If every person weighed an average of around 62 kilograms, about 137 pounds, the total weight would be around 434 million tons. It's mind-boggling when you consider how this meatball compares to the actual Earth, which has a diameter of about 12,142 kilometers, 7,118 miles. So while we may seem numerous, it's fascinating to realize how we can actually be condensed into such a relatively tiny space. It's a strange yet fun way to visualize our existence on this planet. Thinking about moving to Singapore? Here's what to know. Relocating to Singapore can feel like a thrilling adventure, but it requires careful financial planning and some diligent research. Known for its stunning skyline and vibrant culture, Singapore is also notorious for its high cost of living. From housing to groceries, everyday expenses can add up quickly. Before making a move, it's crucial to dive into the details, like understanding the local rental market and budgeting for utilities. Are you ready to pay a premium for that perfect apartment? Additionally, familiarizing yourself with healthcare costs and transportation fares can help paint a clearer picture of monthly expenses. It's not just about the fun of exploring the little red dot. You'll want to ensure your wallet can handle the excitement. Finding a job can also help offset some costs, so researching potential employment opportunities is essential. By planning ahead, you can create a realistic budget that suits your lifestyle in this bustling city, making your transition smoother and more enjoyable. Have you ever wondered why meerkats post lookouts? In the scorching deserts of southern Africa, meerkats thrive through exceptional teamwork. One of their most striking behaviors is the use of sentinels, individuals that stand guard while others forage. From elevated perches like rocks or termite mounds, the sentry scans for threats, predators such as jackals, snakes, or hawks. If danger approaches, the lookout emits specific alarm calls that vary in pitch and rhythm depending on the type and urgency of the threat. These alarm signals prompt the rest of the group to dive into burrows or freeze in place. Roles rotate every 10-15 minutes to prevent fatigue and ensure fairness. This system is so precise it has been likened to a military watch shift. In San folklore, meerkats are symbols of vigilance and community, embodying survival through unity. Their complex social structure rivals that of primates and offers profound insight into cooperative evolution. Hard to believe, but owls fly like ghosts, silently. Owls are perhaps the stealthiest hunters in the bird world, and it's all thanks to their feather anatomy. Unlike other birds, owl feathers have a soft, velvety texture with serrated leading edges that break up airflow, significantly reducing sound. This unique design allows them to fly almost silently, enabling them to sneak up on prey undetected. Studies using high-speed microphones and wind tunnels have confirmed that an owl in flight makes less than 1/10 the noise of other birds of similar size. This ghost-like silence has made owls legendary figures in folklore, often seen as messengers or omens from the spirit world. Biomechanically, it's one of evolution's most refined tools of predation, combining physical adaptation with a biological purpose. Engineers even study owl wings to design quieter fans and drones. In nature and technology alike, silence can be a deadly advantage. Have you met the cookie-making elf from your childhood? The Keebler cookie brand has captured the hearts and taste buds of many with its charming mascot, Ernie the Elf, who has been delighting us for decades. Imagined as the jolly baker of a magical tree factory, Ernie resides in a whimsical tree where a team of elves churn out delicious cookies and snacks. This enchanting world isn't just about tasty treats. It's a clever marketing strategy that appeals to our sense of wonder and nostalgia. Keebler products, like the famous fudge stripes and soft batch cookies, are tied to the idea that these goodies come from a secret, magical place, just like in the fairy tales we grew up with. The elf imagery not only makes the cookies seem extra special, but also creates a warm, friendly connection with consumers. After all, who wouldn't love to believe that a cheerful elf is crafting their favorite cookies? This imaginative image has helped Keebler stand out in a crowded snack aisle, reminding us that sometimes a little magic can make the treat that much sweeter. What if everything you knew about Greenland was marketing? When Eric the Red was exiled from Iceland in the late 10th century for committing murder, he sailed west and discovered a vast icy island. Knowing settlers wouldn't be excited by endless snow, he named it Greenland, to make it sound lush and appealing. This wasn't a mistake, but a calculated piece of Viking-airy real estate branding. The southern tip of Greenland, where he landed, does have green valleys in summer, but over 80% of the island is covered by a massive ice sheet. Still, the name sparked curiosity and drew colonists across the sea. It worked so well that Norse settlements thrived there for centuries. The name outlived the colonies, embedding itself in maps and minds worldwide. In truth, Greenland's name is more fantasy than fact. Proof that words can reshape perception just as powerfully as swords or sails. It sounds unbelievable, but snow can keep you warm. You wouldn't expect frozen water to save you from freezing, but that's exactly what snow does inside an igloo. Though cold to the touch, snow is a great insulator because it traps air. When Inuit peoples shape blocks of compressed snow into domes, those blocks form a network of air pockets that slow heat loss. Even in Arctic temperatures of 30 degrees or colder, the inside of an igloo can rise to 0 degrees or above with just body heat and a candle. It's not warm by tropical standards, but it's a life-saving difference. The science is simple but brilliant. Air conducts heat poorly, and snow, being mostly air, becomes a shield. For centuries, the igloo has been a shelter of survival, a masterpiece of indigenous engineering built entirely from what nature provides in the harshest environment on Earth. Can you believe Hawaiian pizza's real origin story? This popular favorite, which combines savory ham with sweet pineapple, actually hails from Canada, not the sunny shores of Hawaii, as many might assume. The creation of this unique dish is credited to Sam Panopoulos, a Greek immigrant who came to Canada in the 1950s. In 1962, Sam and his brothers opened a restaurant in Ontario where they sought to attract customers with something new and exciting. One day, they decided to toss some canned pineapple onto a pizza, and the combination was an instant hit. Sam's decision to blend tropical sweetness with the traditional pizza toppings revolutionized the pizza menu and flavors in North America. Surprisingly, despite its name, the pineapple pizza has little to do with Hawaiian culture, and instead reflects the culinary creativity of immigrants bringing fresh ideas to a new land. Today, Hawaiian pizza sparks passionate debates among food lovers about whether pineapple belongs on pizza at all. But one thing is certain, it's a testament to how delicious ideas can cross borders. What if I told you the Mona Lisa was hidden in a salt mine? During World War II, as Nazi forces looted Europe's art, Allied experts raced to save priceless works. Among them was the Mona Lisa. In 1945, deep inside the Austrian Alps, the monuments men found her, safe in the Alto Se salt mine, alongside thousands of stolen masterpieces. The salt mine's stable climate preserved the canvas, pigment, and frame better than any museum could. Hidden from bombs, thieves, and time itself, the world's most famous smile survived underground. That daring rescue didn't just save art, it saved cultural identity. The Mona Lisa returned not just as a painting, but as a symbol of resilience, history, and humanity's fight to protect beauty in the face of destruction. Did you know chicken is quite pricey these days? Chicken breasts have become surprisingly expensive, averaging about $13.30 per kilogram. This might raise eyebrows, especially since chicken has long been a go-to source of protein for many families. But why the hike in prices? Several factors are at play. Firstly, the demand for chicken has surged as more people are turning to healthier diets, which often prioritize lean proteins. Additionally, like many other food items, chicken prices are influenced by rising costs in feed, transportation, and labor, especially as global markets fluctuate. The pandemic also caused disruptions in supply chains, making it harder for farms to get their products to market efficiently. Environmental concerns and stricter regulations around farming practices have added more costs as well. Despite the price tag, chicken breasts are a versatile ingredient, perfect for everything from stir-fries to grilling. So while it might be a bit pricier than before, the nutritional benefits and culinary possibilities make it a worthy investment in your meals. Have you ever wondered why twins speak their own language? Around 40% of twins develop a fascinating phenomenon called cryptophagia, a private language made up of invented words, phrases, and even grammar that only they understand. This secret communication often begins in infancy, when twins spend so much time together that they start mirroring each other's early speech. These invented dialects can be rich and complex, often unintelligible to parents and outsiders. While the phenomenon usually fades once children are exposed to formal language in school, it offers a glimpse into how the human brain seeks to build structure and connection, even in isolation. Cryptophagia isn't just cute, it's a powerful demonstration of how language evolves socially and cognitively. In twins, we see an accelerated microcosm of linguistic invention that echoes the way entire human languages may have first formed. This might surprise you. The Internet's name came in 1974. The term Internet was first used to describe what we now know as a global network of interconnected computer systems. Back in the early 1970s, computer technology was just beginning to take off, and researchers were exploring ways for computers to communicate with one another. Imagine a world without social media, streaming services, or online shopping. The idea of connecting computers wasn't new, but using the word Internet helped define a vision of a vast network where information could flow freely across the globe. This was revolutionary as it laid the groundwork for today's modern communication. The invention sparked a wave of innovation, gradually connecting millions of people and transforming how we share information. Between emails, websites, and social networks, the Internet has changed our lives in unimaginable ways, making it easier to learn, connect, and collaborate across borders. Fast forward to today, and we can't imagine life without it. Thanks to those early pioneers, we now live in an era where knowledge is just a click away. Can you imagine planets floating solo in space? These intriguing celestial bodies are known as rogue planets, and they wander the universe untethered to any star. After being ejected from their original star systems due to gravitational interactions or collisions, rogue planets travel freely through the cosmos. Some of them look similar to the gas giants we know, while others could resemble Earth, albeit without the warmth of a nearby sun. Catching a glimpse of these elusive wanderers is quite tricky though. They don't emit light like stars do and are often hidden in the darkness. Scientists first proposed their existence by observing gravitational lensing, where the gravity of a massive object distorts the light from background stars, creating a cosmic magnifying glass effect. As a result, rogue planets can momentarily reveal themselves as they pass in front of other celestial objects. This phenomenon not only hints at the diversity of planetary systems, but also raises fascinating questions about the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. Who knows what unique worlds are drifting through the cosmos, waiting to be discovered? Discover the wonders of Dermator National Park. Nestled in the breathtaking Montenegrin Alps, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is a treasure trove of natural beauty and adventure. One of its most stunning features is the Tara River Canyon, which ranks among the deepest gorges on the planet, creating a spectacular backdrop for those who love the great outdoors. Thrill seekers can indulge in exhilarating whitewater rafting, navigating the swift waters while surrounded by towering cliffs and lush greenery. For those who prefer to hike, the park boasts over 48 peaks, with Bobatov Kuk standing tall as the highest at 2,122 meters. As you traverse the trails, keep an eye out for the park's diverse wildlife. You might spot a majestic golden eagle soaring overhead, or even catch a glimpse of a brown bear wandering through the forest. With its stunning landscapes and rich biodiversity, Dermater National Park not only offers a playground for adventurers, but also a serene escape for nature lovers, making it a must-visit destination for anyone looking to connect with the wild. Prepare to be amazed by America's vast cattle pastures. Over 1/3 of all land in the contiguous United States is used as pastures for cattle, covering an impressive 654 million acres. That's about 2.6 million square kilometers, making up a whopping 35% of the total land area. This decision to dedicate such a large portion of land to cattle grazing reflects the importance of beef production in American agriculture. When you include cropland that grows feed specifically for cows, the land used for this industry jumps to 41%. Think about it. Every time you enjoy a steak or hamburger, consider the vast landscapes that contribute to that meal. These pastures provide not just food, but also significant economic activity and livelihoods for countless farmers. However, they also pose challenges like land management and environmental impacts. As we enjoy the benefits of these pastures, it's crucial to balance agricultural needs with environmental stewardship. Isn't it fascinating how much land plays a role in our food systems? Did you know pirates believed earrings could improve eyesight? This quirky belief came from a time when sailors, often spending long days at sea, were keen on finding any way to enhance their vision. Pirates, in particular, thought that precious metals like gold and silver held special powers. They wore earrings not just as a fashion statement, but because they believed these adornments could ward off ailments or improve their eyesight. Imagine a fearsome pirate with an eye patch over one eye and a glimmering earring in the other, confidently navigating through treacherous waters. While there's no scientific backing for this claim, after all, a shiny earring won't improve your vision, it became a staple part of their style. This superstition was so influential that it shaped how we picture pirates today, often portrayed with tough looks and extravagant earrings. So next time you see a pirate in a movie, remember there's more than just adventure in those jewels. There's a bit of history and mythology intertwined with fashion. Did you know the Statue of Liberty has 7 rays? Each ray on her crown symbolizes one of the 7 continents, making the statue not just a symbol of freedom, but also a representation of our world. Measuring about 9 feet long and weighing as much as 150 pounds, these impressive rays reflect the strength and unity of the nations. When you look at Lady Liberty, you're not just seeing a grand monument, you're witnessing a celebration of global diversity. Designed by French sculptor Frédéric Auguste Bartholdi and dedicated in 1886, the statue stands on Liberty Island in New York Harbor, welcoming immigrants and visitors alike. The idea was to embody enlightenment and freedom for all. As you explore the statue, consider how each ray connects continents like Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica, embodying the hope of unity. Isn't it amazing how a single statue can represent such vast and diverse cultures? Ever seen the giant salamander in action? The Chinese giant salamander holds the title of the largest amphibian on the planet, and it's truly a sight to behold. These impressive creatures can grow up to 1.8 meters long, making them longer than many small cars. Imagine catching a glimpse of one of these gentle giants gliding through freshwater streams or lurking in cool, dark caves. Not just a remarkable size, these salamanders are also ancient, having existed for millions of years. They can live for over 50 years, which means they often outlast several generations of humans. Sadly, despite their longevity, these amphibians are in serious trouble due to habitat loss, pollution, and illegal hunting. Their unique looks, with wrinkly, baggy skin and feathery gills, make them fascinating but also vulnerable, leading to their endangered status. Conservation groups are racing to protect these animals and their habitats, hoping to ensure future generations can appreciate the wonders of the Chinese giant salamander. Get ready to be amazed by Abraham Lake. This enchanting spot in Alberta, Canada showcases a breathtaking winter wonderland that defies expectations. When winter arrives and temperatures plunge, the lake freezes over, transforming into a stunning icy canvas. But here's the twist. Beneath the surface, thousands of tiny bubbles filled with methane gas get captured in the ice. As the lake freezes, these bubbles create a mesmerizing pattern that looks like floating ice or ghostly orbs, giving the lake an otherworldly charm. The sight is so surreal that it feels like stepping into a frozen dream. Adventurers and photographers flock here, drawn by the chance to capture this unique phenomenon. Beyond its beauty, these methane bubbles remind us of the lake's hidden life. Methane is a natural byproduct of decomposition, and it plays a crucial role in the ecosystem. So if you ever find yourself in Alberta during the colder months, don't miss the chance to explore Abraham Lake. Witnessing this spectacular sight is an experience you won't forget. Could Europa be hiding something incredible beneath its ice? Jupiter's moon. Europa is a fascinating world that captures the imagination of scientists and explorers alike. Beneath its thick shell of ice lies a hidden ocean, possibly holding more than twice the amount of water found on Earth. This subsurface ocean is kept warm by the gravitational pull from Jupiter, creating a dynamic environment where conditions could be just right for life as we know it. With a salty, nutrient-rich ocean, Europa has become a prime target in the search for extraterrestrial life. Missions like NASA's upcoming Europa Clipper aim to study its icy surface and analyze the plume jets that shoot water vapor into space, giving researchers clues about the ocean beneath. If microbial life exists there, it could tell us about the possibilities of life elsewhere in the universe. Imagine machines exploring the depths of this alien ocean, dramatically altering our understanding of life in the cosmos. Europa is more than just an ice-covered moon. It could be a treasure trove of biological secrets waiting to be uncovered. Have you heard? Sport climbing made its Olympic debut. In 2020, the Tokyo Olympics became a groundbreaking event by welcoming sport climbing into the Olympic family for the very first time. Picture this: athletes scaling artificial walls designed for three thrilling disciplines: speed, bouldering, and lead climbing, all in one competition. In the speed climbing event, competitors race up a 15-meter wall against the clock, testing their agility and quick reflexes. Bouldering, on the other hand, takes climbers on shorter yet challenging routes without any harnesses, where they must solve complex problems to reach the top. Finally, lead climbing has athletes clip their ropes into quick draws as they ascend a much taller wall, showcasing their endurance and strategic planning. It's a breathtaking combination of athleticism, mental strength, and tactical finesse, providing a dazzling spectacle for both live audiences and viewers around the world. The inclusion of sport climbing in the Olympics has not only highlighted its growing popularity, but also inspired a new generation of climbers to aim high, quite literally. This might surprise you. Our universe could be flat. Imagine a universe where the rules of geometry are just like those in your high school math class, where parallel lines never cross and the angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. That's what scientists are suggesting when they say our universe might be flat. This concept comes from cosmology, which studies the universe's structure and origins. The shape of the universe is determined by its overall density. If that density hits a special balance known as critical density, it results in a flat universe. Observations of the cosmic microwave background radiation, a faint glow from the early universe, have provided powerful evidence that supports this flatness, or at least that the universe is very close to being flat on a large scale. What does this mean for us? If our universe is indeed flat, it will continue to expand forever, but the speed of that expansion will gradually slow down over time. So next time you gaze up at the stars, remember, you're peering into a potentially flat universe that's endlessly stretching out before you. Ever seen a bridge made of tree roots? In the state of Meghalaya, India, this astonishing feat of nature and ingenuity is a reality. The locals, particularly the Khasi tribe, have mastered the art of growing living root bridges over rivers and streams. Instead of using lumber or steel, they guide the growth of the roots from fig trees, carefully training them to weave together and create sturdy structures. These bridges can take years, sometimes even decades to form, but are incredibly strong and can support dozens of people at a time. Not only do these living bridges enhance the region's natural beauty, but they also offer a sustainable solution to the challenges of traditional bridge building in an area marked by heavy rainfall and diverse terrain. When the roots mature, they become remarkably resilient, adapting to the surrounding environment. Today, many of these root bridges have become tourist attractions, drawing visitors eager to witness this unique blend of nature and craftsmanship. Each bridge tells a story of the deep connection between communities and their environment in Meghalaya. Why do lions sleep up to 20 hours daily? It might surprise you to learn that these mighty predators are not always on the prowl. Lions can snooze for up to 20 hours each day, mainly to conserve energy for hunting. After a successful hunt, the big cats indulge in deep slumber to restore their strength. This is especially important since lions rely on short bursts of energy to chase and catch their prey. In a lion pride, you'll often find them piled together, napping in the shade or under the stars. This behavior not only strengthens social bonds but also keeps them warm and safe. Interestingly, while male lions do some hunting, it's usually the lionesses who do the majority of the work. They are more agile and resilient, working together to catch prey, which allows the males to focus on resting and guarding the pride. The outcome? A powerful team that ensures survival in the wild. So next time you think of lions, remember they're not just fierce hunters. They're also champions of napping,